Well, 10 man here showed they had plenty of steel to match the silkiness of recent performances to overcome a disappointing growth here at Somerset last week. However, today's opponent, Stenhousemuir, will be a different proposition. They are currently on a 9-game unbeaten run, with results improving since the appointment of former Scotland internationalist Scott Booth as manager at the beginning of March. But today Ayr will be without Mikey Donald, suspended after last week's red card, and Robbie Crawford, who's still out injured. But Kevin Kyle returns to the squad. So after a run of 4 defeats, Ayr are looking for the 4th win in a row and a chance of going in 3rd place in the table. So let's see if United will be able to get that all-important win with Callum Campbell, who has the best of today's highlights.
Swart breaking down the wing there. Mikey McGowan gets back, though, blocks it, goes out for a corner. Watt again to the back, just nodded away there by Gordon Pope. This one in, Greenhaw gets space. Oh, good save there by the keeper. Well done by David Hutton, but it's not away yet. Back out to Watt. Hutton tries to get it, but not cleared fully. Lynch. Oh, not clear again. Watt. Higgins gets time. He tries to put it in the middle there. Mikey McGowan now. And he boots that one clear. Dangerous times for United early on. Watt beaten this time on a halfway line, and well beaten there by Mikey McGowan. He plays it forward. Oh, and that's a shot. Craig Malcolm just past the post. Little lay off there to Craig Malcolm from Michael Moffat, and what a blast he took from distance. Josh Watt again up to the halfway line. Out to this side now. Dixon controls it, tries to go past Pope. That's a no-nonsense approach from Gordon Pope there as he puts it out. Throw in. It's just taken across the front. Oh, there's space there for Greenhaw, and it's 1-0 to Stenhousemuir after 19 minutes. We'll have to see what happened there. He got an awful lot of space. Greenhaw there, just plenty of time to blast it in the net. So let's see what happened there as the ball came in. It's flicked across the front. Oh, and Martin Campbell's misread that, come too far forward, and there's Greenhaw with so much time to blast it in the net. Moffat. Taken away there by Lynch, back now to Hunter, takes the shot, but well taken by Chris Smith in next there for Stenhousemuir. Looked like a free kick there to Ayr, but not given. Ball forward now. And there's Rowson going back to collect it. Plenty of time, but well done by Michael Moffat. He beats him, he's down to the line. He's got men in the middle to look for. Drags it across, Scotty McLaughlin! Oh, how did he put that over the top? Oh, he holds his head. How did that one go over? Seemed easier to put in the net. Oh, that was a really interesting one. Let's see what happens there as he comes running into it. You can just see it bobbles up as he tries to side foot it in the net, and he puts it right over the bar. Moffat. And inside in support. Marenghi back to Moffat. Getting through there, it's Craig Malcolm turning, taking a shot. Easy one for the keep. No, he drops it. Oh, nearly went across him and into the net. And good shots here by United. Malcolm blocked away by 2 players there. Maybe obstruction, not given. Mikey McGowan, that's a free kick there, surely. The referee's let it play on, it comes back now. Hunter, oh, just drags it wide. I think the fans really wanted that one as a free kick, but he played on. Watt again, this is the first time he's got past in this half, and he's got space, got the ball into the middle. It's a dangerous one here. Greenhaw, back again, Higgins, oh, totally miscues and screws it away past the post. Oh, and again, he's not happy about that one. Substitute Forrest plays away, but no, played back out to the left-hand side. Watt tries to get it, but it just goes out. Forrest looking to take this one, takes it quickly to McGowan. Up to the right-hand side. Oh, beautiful first touch there by Moffat. He's got a chance, he's round 2 players. It's in the net, it's the equaliser for Ayr United. Michael Moffat, 65 minutes, and it was that first touch on the ball that controlled the long pass that made that something special. Then the composure to go round the players and blast it in the net. Oh, an excellent goal from Michael Moffat. Let's see this. It's the first touch. The ball's over his shoulder. He controls it, touches it towards the goal. And look at this. The sudden turn takes two players out of it. Turns, hits it with the left foot. Slight deflection in the net. Malcolm, Hunter, Moffat. Scott McLaughlin, he's got an overlap there. Gordon Pope, he sees him, he takes the shot, and it's touched into the net there! And it's touched in by substitute Forrest, Alan Forrest there, yet again coming on to score. 2-1 to United. What an excellent strike that was from outside the box as well by Gordon Pope. And then just a touch in there on the 6-yard line. There United go, 2-1 in the lead. See this one touched out to the outside there. Blasted across the front and just that touch in at the end there. And that's a goal to Forrest. Pope. McLaughlin. Hunter. Blocked again. They're getting lots of men forward just now. Moffat. The tackle in there puts out for a corner. Ball into the back. Let's go. Oh, and it just sneaks past the post. That was nearly 3-1 to United there. United putting on so much pressure now and appearing well in control. Lynch played that one. Higgins down to the back. Header comes in off the substitute. Oh, that's a penalty! Yes, a hand went up there. Gordon Pope's hand went up as the ball came up there. And substitute Errol Douglas was going up with it. Headed goalward. It looked accidental to me. Yes, the hand just goes up, and as you see it, as it's headed across, it comes well off his arm. Referee gives a penalty. Higgins. And there it is, 2 each. Sean Higgins blasts the ball into net for a free kick. It didn't look like it was coming from anywhere because Ayr United seemed so in control at that point. All across the front. It's got through again, back by Watt. Higgins screws it past, and it's gone in! He didn't seem to get that cleanly, and it's 90 minutes gone, and it's gone in the last few minutes from Ayr United 2, Stenhousemuir 1 to Ayr United 2, Stenhousemuir 3. What a shocking last few minutes of the game, and Ayr had seemed so much in control in the last 10-15 minutes. Laid back by Watt, and in comes Higgins, and he mishits it, and it screws all the way across and into the net. Thrown by United, last chance here, taken easy by the keeper, and the referee is looking at his watch just now. Not much time left at all. And Smith just holds on to the ball there. And there it is, full time. Ayr United 2, Stenhousemuir 3. I know it's unusual to get me on this side of the camera as I'm usually doing the interviews or commentary, but this week I have to make a slight apology. For the interview with Marco after the game, I forgot to switch on the camera for his opening few minutes of response. So I thought I'd put it into context and actually say what he was talking about before we get to this part of the interview. I had reminded him that he had said last week for the team to watch out for Stenhousemuir because they were famous for scoring last minute goals, something that turned out to be prophetic. And I'd also said to him that the team appeared to miss the width that the suspended Mikey Donald actually gave them. And this is the remainder of his interview.
I wouldn't say we were brilliant, but we're still causing problems with being average. And that just shows you that you don't have to be great, especially at this stage of the season. Teams are getting a wee bit nervy, and we probably weren't nervy for the first half an hour, which I was surprised at considering we come off 3 great results. We did miss Mikey's width, and we missed his tenacity and his energy, and I don't think we had that in any of the wider areas today, but that's no disrespect to the guys at Kingston, they're actually good players, but we definitely miss Mikey.
Did you say to the team that thing that we talked about to the end of last week match, that end of the game you're going to have to watch out because they do come back? Had you had that all programmed in?
Of course we did. We spoke to them about everything. We told them what to expect today, and it was exactly how we planned to do it. But if you don't do your own jobs, you're not going to win the game. And didn't start for half an hour, which again I said was disappointing for us. The second and third goals are really preventable. I can't believe we've lost them. It was such a depressing result for me today, because considering how the results went, we could have been no far away. We'd have been touching distance within the playoffs, but it's going to be a real fight for Stena. They're going to come hard at us, and again we need to stand up, make sure we dust ourselves down and go and get a good result with Brecon next week, and see where that takes us.
What did you think of the penalty decision?
It's hands up, the boy's headed towards goals. That's the rules, and we've got to accept it.
So no complaints there at all?
We had great possession of the ball. Somebody was under no pressure, go to the ball, and rather than just clip into the channel, game's dead then, we lash it out because we're nervous. We get thrown, cross on the box and get a penalty, and that's obviously, at that point probably I took a draw, and a draw wouldn't have been a bad result today.
It felt like it.
Steny had to win, didn't he? We were still in a comfortable position to draw that game, but I say we've let them back into it, give them a lifeline.
It felt like a draw. It felt like it was going to be a draw at that end part there, and then suddenly that goal from Higgins, who said the last time he was on a pitch here was the one where he broke his metatarsal when he came on from us, lasted 3 minutes, and he comes on and scores a goal like that against us.
I've just spoken to him, he says he's actually not hit it right, shanked it, and it just shows you, say it keeps the top of fine lines. It's just the type of things that go against you at this stage of the season, and in the last few weeks we've been doing great and we've got results, probably what we deserve, but the job would probably be a good deserving result for both teams, but because we didn't play great, even though we got back in the game, played better in the second half and got up 2-1, probably looking so we were going to score the third goal, but I don't think we really done enough for them to deserve to win the game. As I say, it's disappointing, although our job would have been a great result, but not to be. As I say, we'll just go in and get ready and go again next week and hopefully get the result.
It's going to be a tough game next week. Brecon's always a tough place to go to.
Well, it has been. We've got a fantastic record up there in the league, but say they get beat again today, which is they've still got a wee glimmer of hope, but it's up to us to go up there and make sure we win the game, and that kills them off. But we just have to do our own jobs, and if we do our own jobs, we'll be fine. We're still in the position everybody else wants to be in, so I'll rather be there and put Steny as I go for us, I hope Brecon is.
Well, Scott, last week when I was talking to Mark Roberts, he said look out for the last minute goals that this team scores. What are you doing with them in training?
Listen, I would prefer to have the game all wrapped up a lot earlier than we're doing. It's not good for my heart or the heart of the Stenhousemuir fans to be chasing games like we are at the end, but I've got to give the lads credit. They do it week in, week out. They never give up. They have a belief that they can always get back into the game, and that's something that I've been really happy with, because sometimes you've got to try and instill that in your team, but they've already got it.
This has been some turnaround for Stenhousemuir. You've got to say a lot for Brown Ferguson as well. He did a fine job before you came in at the beginning of this month.
Did, yeah.
And you've really changed this team around. It's played slightly differently, more as a unit, well defending, awesome defensive work most of the game today.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing is, defensively, you have to be brave, because if we're going to play in a sort of 4-3-3 formation like we do, we're committing a lot of bodies forward, and at times it can leave you a little bit exposed. But I think if you're brave and you have a high line and you press really hard, it's hard work, of course, to do that. But I feel that the players have taken that on board really, really well, and I think you're right. We have played as a unit. We work hard for each other, and that makes it difficult for the opposition. But still, it was always going to be difficult against Ayr, because they've got players up front that are intelligent and score goals. So I think we just about managed to deal with that. But I think at one point in the second half I would have accepted a draw, but these things happen with this team. Keep going, and 3 points is ours, and I think in the end we deserve it.
What's your target for this year? Do you think you're going to climb up there, get into these playoff positions?
Again, I think it all comes down to game at a time. It sounds slightly old cliche, but it's got to be that way when you're the team that's chasing. And it all comes down to us against Arbroath next week to go and hopefully go and win the game and take the game to them, and keep the consistency that we've had flowing, which will give us every chance. But Ayr are still in the pole position.
you've got some really interesting players there. Joshua Watt down the left-hand side was causing problems any time he went forward, and you've got speed coming out of that. I talked about the defensive strategy, but you've got good speed as well.
Yeah, I think if you play a 4-3-3 and you go for wingers, then they need to be pacey. They need to be able to do what Josh can do, which is take players on. And then we have to make sure that he can deliver, and we get players in the box to be on the end of things. And at the moment, Josh has been excellent. He's worked really, really hard at his game, and I think he's developing week on week. And we've got other players as well within that system that really work well. So we'll keep developing it, and hopefully we can keep winning, which is the main thing.
So what's it been like to come back from the Scotland, the young Scotland, to come into management with a team like this?
Well, so far it's been great, because the players have given absolutely everything, and I was used to that with the national youth teams, and I think that it's something that you should never have to ask for. I don't think you should ever have to ask for 100% commitment, but the teams that I had within the national system always did that, and this team is no different. They give absolutely everything, and it's a little bit of a change, but so far so good. It's been a good change.
Well, on paper this is always going to be a tough fixture for Ayr, and that's how it turned out, with Stenhousemuir dominating for long periods, and a late penalty and then an even later winner saw Ayr go down 3-2 today. But Ayr have to pick themselves up and dust themselves down, as next week we've got another tough fixture away to Brecon City at Glebe Park. So from all at A United Media, I hope you can join us all for next week's tie.